Welcome, everybody. Welcome. What day is it today? It's Tuesday. All right. Resonates. Need respect. Let's see what Spirit's got to say today. Hey, hey, hey. Card laid is a card played. Here we go. Okay, so first message. First card down was disease. That's not the best card to come down first. For one, it's like, it comes with the Hangman. So I feel like there's this energy around you, unless it's you, okay? And it's like somebody's been hanging in energy that doesn't make them feel good. It could be that. It could be like somebody's energy, you know, when you have those jobs where it's like there's somebody really toxic around you that just ruins the whole day for everybody else. You get to work and it's like that's the person you have to work with. And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I have to work with you today. Like I didn't want to do this today. Like there could be somebody around you that's just like just any other person in the world than that person. Okay. This person, it's like you have to be around them almost to see what to not turn into. Right. And this person might be in your life to force you to move on, to find something better for yourself. Right. Like it could be, now I'm getting Doug Heffernan from Queens, where Carrie, his wife, always wants him to apply for other jobs in the company and like management and stuff. And why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? And I'm getting that, like, you know, if you've been in a company for a while or whatever, right? But it seems like this one person around you is obviously in that spectrum that you're in the company. And it might be because, like, especially if they just got transferred there too. Like, if somebody just recently got transferred to and you're like, I don't know what I did to the universe to get this person to be with me, but they could have done that, like spirit could have done that to you purposely, so then you would apply for a new job. So then you would go for something else because they know that you won't settle and work with this person or for this person or something like that. Okay, whatever it is, whoever this hangman is, it's almost also like they might act like you're not even there. You know, they might, one of those people where you're telling a story and they'll look at everybody but you as if you're not there. All of this has to stop because you are there. And like, you know, that's their personal opinion. They don't like leave your personal opinion at home, especially at work. I just don't understand why people have to bring shit to work like that. Like, fucking save it, you know, gossip when you get home. Like, so whatever this is, it's like somebody might be around you to make you apply for a better job. And the job is just an analogy. I don't really know what it is that you would want to better yourself with, but whatever it is, it's like there's a position that you could go better and brighter. Okay. But with the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like, I don't know. I feel like you might have to, this might be something that you have to reach for slowly, because if it is something that you want, it's like you might move, you know, you might like hearth and home in reverse. You might uproot somehow. Okay. Because of what this like asshole is doing around you. It's almost as if, and there's fear on the bottom of the deck. You know what I noticed? Okay, so I was in the shower. I channel the best messages in the shower. And false evidence appearing real. That came up in the shower today because there are 3 sets of lights in my bathroom. Okay, like 3 sets of string lights. There's a white, an orange, and a red. Ironically enough, if you were to look at all 3 sets of those lights, and go, which one produces the most heat? Okay, the false evidence appearing real would tell you that the red one, obviously, being red, would produce the most heat. Ironically enough, the red one is the coolest one. That's the only one I can leave, especially with these blue ones. So these blue ones, they don't give any heat off at all. So I can leave them on and they produce absolutely no heat. Like they stay cold. I don't know how they do it. So the ones in my bathroom, also red, stay cool. So I can leave those ones on because we're having like this heat dome warning thing again. So it's super fucking hot out there. So the false evidence appearing real. Okay, so that would be somebody, okay, this is the analogy, somebody looking at 3 sets of lights, orange, white, and red, literally, all right here, okay? And the fear, the illusion is because this is how fear gets you. It gets you to look at something, assume you know the answer, and just walk away because you're smart. That's the dumb thing, okay? So the illusion is, which one do you think is the hottest, assuming the red one's the hottest, and then moving on to the next light? No, you need to go up to each light, touching each one to see which one is the coolest, which one is the hottest. That's the only way you're going to get your answer. If you just assume that something is the way that it is because of the way that it looks, you're going to miss out on something, okay? So I was wondering if that analogy was going to come in, and then fucking there it is. Like, and I thought, okay, because fear stands for false evidence appearing real, right? But fear is also what comes with life and death, right? Because fear is one of those things that you know you're on the edge and you could fall. Okay, fear steps in to show you it's not an illusion and that you need to look at it because it could change your life if you're dumb about it, if you're stupid about it, okay? So say whoever this person is that's around you that's full of disease, okay? And whatever that disease is, okay, they could be a gossiper, they could be somebody who doesn't take care of themselves, they could be somebody diseased in the head, they could be somebody who doesn't hear good thoughts, okay? The disease comes with the symptoms, okay? The chills, the breaking down of the body, right? The aches, the pains, all that stuff that comes with the disease comes with somebody who's hanging and not moving. Okay, that's why with depression pills, like when people are in pain, doctors prescribe pain meds that have antidepressants in them because they feel like your situation is aiding to how your body is feeling. So if you feel like a bag of shit, your body now feels and is starting to aid and mirror those symptoms of how your head is. Okay, because everything is a fucking game. Like your body it will start to mirror effects of what your head. It's like the placebo effect. Okay, like it's like, am I getting the right dose? And it's all fake. Okay, so something is an illusion around you. Okay, and it's supposed to tell you, listen, if you're noticing it now, do something about it before you end up with that disease. Okay, because if you keep hanging out with it, if you keep being around it, you're gonna die in it, just like they are. Okay, that's why you're being told to caution. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's like a friend of yours, that spirit saying that you really shouldn't be around. And like the whole point is so then you find a different friend because there is somebody else that wants to hang out with you. But this one person's really dragging you down. Okay, it could be a job, like I said, right? You're not supposed to be on the floor anymore. They want you up in management. So then they partner you up with this asshole that literally the universe knows is not your style, is not your type. They know you're going to get angry. It's all part of the plan. Okay. And then I can't help but notice, like, there is the peace pipe on the bottom of the deck. And one thing to realize about the peace pipe is past the duchy. What you give is what you get. And if what you're getting right now doesn't feel right, then reach for something that you do give, because it does want to reach you. Okay, and then underneath it is the drama queen. I feel like this is the person. Whoever this person is the disease. Okay, they're a drama queen. They don't really know what the world is. They put this crown on top of their head as if they own the fucking world. Okay, and that's the disease that they live in. Entitlement, brattiness. Okay, I want another. This is never enough. Whoever this person is literally showing you that the world is not enough. You need to step up for them, or you're going to be, hanging in the most like uncomfortable energy for the rest of your life. And then the big, beautiful black cat is underneath with torture in reverse, because I feel like whatever this energy is, Spirit's trying to get you out of it. They want you out of it. Okay, because it's stagnant, right? Same with the disease. It's like the more you hang out with them or the more you're around them, the more you're going to pick up what they're giving. Okay, so you could be in this great mood and they're the first person that you see and they're in a pissed off mood, because they're usually in a pissed off mood, and they piss you off right away. And you're like, man, I was having such a good fucking day before you, right? Because this person's energy leaks off into you. That's what Spirit's trying to say, is you become part of the disease, because clearly you're some type of like open conduit for people's energy and they can get into you. Okay, and that's not a good thing. You need to learn how to defend yourself, learn how to put your walls up, your methods of defense, so then you can hang out with people, but they don't effectively go into your energy and start diverting who you are now. Because that's what they really want to do. They don't really want people happy, content, having a great day, singing all the time. They want people miserable, because that's how they are. Whoever they go home to, miserable bitch. You know what I mean? Everything is going to be her fault. Everything is going to be, that relationship's fault. Obviously, whoever this person is never does anything wrong, okay? Because that's a narcissist, right? Never does anything wrong. It's always the other person, and fuck you if you don't believe it. Easy does it, boy, okay? So this person is like, they are hot, okay? Gossiping. What did I say? Did I not say that this person was talking shit or gossiping? Save the gossiping for when you get home. Save the gossiping for when you get home. Talking about you. Like, you can be at work with somebody, like whoever this person is, and they're literally talking about you when you're standing right there. Okay? And it's at a point where Spirit doesn't really want to tell you about it, because if you find out about it, you might just turn around and knock them out. Like, be like, are you seriously talking? Like, I had to deal with this yesterday, okay? I literally had this chick from this old job that I used to serve. I don't even fucking know her. It took me forever to even remember her name. Okay, started talking shit while she was sitting looking right at me. And I thought, like, wow, Spirit, you have done some work with me, because, like, I couldn't care if I tried. I was more hungry than anything. And then as soon as I got my food, I was like, do you think I give a little shit about what this little fucking blonde bitch is fucking saying about me? And then her friend left. So then she was sitting there all by herself. And what did she do? She just got on her phone the whole time. I'm like, you fucking loser. Like, you can't even sit there without your fucking phone in your face. Like, you have to make it seem like someone's sitting there with you, because you just talked shit the whole time while your friend was sitting there. Now your friend isn't there anymore. Now you're all by yourself. Like, that's what happens. You want to talk shit? Spirit will make you find out about that. Trust me. So, I mean, whatever this is, you've gotten to a point beyond it. So that's why Spirit's like, they can put the most fucking wickedest, vulgarest shit in front of you, and you're not gonna really even see it anymore. You know, you're gonna be like, oh, is that somebody fighting over there? And it could be two of your best friends, and you're just like, walk the other way. Like, oh, you're gonna be the idiots tonight. I'm not going to put myself into this. Somebody's detaching, and that's maybe what this is. Cut it off, cut it out. Like, and then once it's cut, it's severed. It is never gonna be the same again. Are you fucking kidding me? Anything that's cut up is never the same. Even if you fucking glue it back, tape it back, fucking try to fix it, cement it back, it ain't never gonna look the same. It's always gonna look like there's a discrepancy there. Okay, so whatever this is, like, people might be talking shit about you, like I said, for you to quit, for you to walk away. Like, this place that I'm talking about where I knew this chick, I worked for like 4 fucking months, okay? And honestly, I was threatened. I was stolen from. I was worked like an asshole, okay? I was literally one of the bartenders that I worked with physically started throwing shit at me behind the bar. He hated me so much. So I fucking left. I wasn't getting any support from the manager. I wasn't getting any support from anybody that I worked with. All the fucking clique that all wants to hang out together, and I don't do coke, and I don't fucking drink, so I wasn't cool enough to be with them. Clearly, smoking weed wasn't cool enough because I'm cooler than all of them. Okay, so I fucking walked out. Why is that anybody's business? Oh, because you want to stand up for a bar instead of stand up and listen to a person? Because that's what this is. That's what these little fucking gossip little biddies, okay, they're more worried about what's going on at the local bar than their own fucking life. Because you know why? Really, their lives suck, right? They got nothing going on in their lives. If they're always on their phone talking to people, they have nothing going on in their lives whatsoever. Or they would not be on their phone talking to anybody. They would be in their life busy. I was talking to this person once. Oh my God. He messaged me back at like 3 a.m. and I went like, my God, like, is that the only time you had to message me back? Like, thanks. Thank you for the 3 a.m. wake up call. Okay, but that was the time you had messaged me. That's the time. I'm not going to fucking argue because people's time is valuable. That's what you need to understand. Your time is valuable. Okay, you're a very peaceful person. So why would you let this disease-infested drama queen come anywhere near you? Like, what's this false evidence appearing real? Because that's what it is. Walk up to the light bulbs and see which one's actually hot. Because if it's the red one that they're claiming is hot, it's the coolest one. So, fucking riddle me that. That's like, people sit there acting like they know you. They can talk shit about you. Ha! They seen you one time. It's like, you're already talking shit. Really, look at on the bottom of the deck. I can't even make this up if I tried. The liar card. It's literally right there. Liar, liar, pants on fire. And the reason why it looks like that is because liars are very hard to see, okay? They're illusionists. They lie and lie and lie, and then they're in front of you like, I'm telling you the truth. And you're like, okay. And fucking, anybody has to sit there and keep telling you over and over and over again that they're telling you the truth? Most likely lying. Anybody that tells you their side of the story and just sticks with it, it doesn't keep going, I'm telling you the truth, I'm telling you the truth. Use your instincts. That's why that card came in too, because everybody has natural instincts inside of them to be able to tell whether somebody is talking shit or they're full of shit. It's called a shit detector, okay? We all have one. And if someone's telling you a story and you want to bust out laughing because you know for a fucking fact it's full of shit, trust your instincts, trust your gut. Trust what the world is trying to tell you about people, because whatever this is, somebody is just like, they're doing something purposely so then you will walk away. They're trying to show you what not to do. And that's actually my sister used to hang out with this friend, and she had the worst advice ever. Like, this woman just thought she was fucking Venus, you know, I am Venus, goddess of everything. She just thought she could just, all her fucking advice was just the best. This was a woman who like numerously times fucked over and cheated on her husbands. Okay, yeah, like, I'm gonna take advice from you, bitch. Anyways, every time my sister would come home and she'd be like, well, not come home, but like, I don't know, call me, whatever, meet up with me. She had a dilemma. She'd be like, well, I talked to this person about it. And like, you know what she said? And like, it would always be the worst advice, like not to do the right thing. If she was going to tell the truth in a situation, this woman would say to lie. If my sister wanted to come clean about something or go the honest way about it, this woman would say lie, deceive everybody, betray people. Who gives a fuck? You know, you're a woman. You can do whatever you want. These men are stupid. They're blind. They're ignorant. They're never going to know what you're doing. And my sister was like, no, I'm not. She wanted to become a better person. And she was friends with this person before she realized she wanted to become a better person. And by hanging out with this person, that's what made her turn a new leaf. She didn't want to be like that woman. And I knew it. I was like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but like, obviously, you know, you let them leave the nest and let them come back on their own. And I was used to my sister always coming to me with dilemmas. And when she, you know, found this friend, she was able to really talk to her about stuff. And I was like, thank God, you know, I could use a couple years not talking to my sister about every single problem that we both have, right? But then it got to the point where, you know, she was now trying to get advice from two different people. She was now telling the story twice when really she was just used to talking to me. And like my whole thing with people that want to ask me about advice or talk to me about things I'm just like, people, you know, who want to talk to you things, really, they're sometimes not even looking for advice. What they're looking for is just somebody to talk to. Somebody to just listen to them. And sometimes by somebody listening to them, they'll figure it out on their own, right? To constantly just give people advice like you fucking know everything and like you know what you're talking about is kind of like, you know, you act like you're a fucking know-it-all. Like, why do you have to act like you're a know-it-all when you know for a fact you're not? Like, you know that person, that bitch knows that fucking majority of shit that she would do, nobody else would do. But yet, if my sister didn't do it, she would get like mad. Like, oh, I told you to do this. She would like, yeah, I got free will, bitch. Just because you play dirty like that and you want to deceive your husband and you want to fuck over all your friends, you can go right ahead. Maybe other people want to swing another way and do it the honest way. I'm sorry, but if you feel like doing it the honest way is going to cost you everything, then you don't have a very good life. It's true. Okay, I'm going to pull these horror cards. It's literally, my slushie is melting like a snow cone in Phoenix. Literally. This weather right now, I should be in Phoenix. It's so hot. It's like desert shit. I hope everyone's having a great day. This one person that's in the chat, I don't know who the fuck you are. Hope you're having a good day. Send me a telepathic question. I'll be able to answer it. There's nobody else here. Even though YouTube lies. YouTube yesterday said I had like 4 people on the live. I get off. 123 views. How is that 4 people during the live? Like, why does YouTube just want to make me look like a loser? I don't understand. Like, YouTube, why do you gotta play me like that? Like, that's rude, man. Like, I'm not that much of a loser. I might not be the most popular channel, but like, at least give me my right numbers. Because watch, this will view. There won't be just one view on there. Like, there was just one person in the fucking live the whole time. What do you got, you know, whose dick do you gotta suck to fucking go up in the world? You know what I mean? YouTube, come on, tell me. Because I won't do it. But at least I know who the dick is that's holding me back. Okay. Next message. I just got a pain in my back. I don't know if your back is hurting, but that's uncomfortable as fuck. All right. Trap. Illness. Literally, we just talked about a trap and illness. Is this... All right. Giving me the same energy again here? Okay, so I feel like I don't know who this is for, but take it or leave it. I feel like this is about like maybe like a twin flame. I don't know. I don't really do twin flame readings. I'm not like really one for the love read on this channel. But I'm with this twin vibe here. I'm getting something. Because I feel like something is about to hatch. Like, I mean, with this disease, it could be maybe with the other reading where somebody, this energy has leaked this disease onto you. But I don't know. It might not have anything to do with the first reading. I don't know. Warrior, it's like you have to fight off dead people. Like, there are walking dead people. There are, okay, people with no feelings, people who are narcissists, people that are sociopaths, people that literally just cut in front of you as if you're not there, okay? And it's almost as if we're like, you can say now, humans are so brainwashed. They're in their own little worlds that they don't see you because they don't even see themselves, okay? So there could be this notion that somebody is now starting to see themselves because they're noticing that they might be the only living person around, right? A bunch of dead people. Like, just, and like, you know, they're not necessarily bad people, but they're just people that, you know, just no smiles, no laughs, no giggles, no, you know, just straight edge, straight to the point, you know, get to work, eat your fucking, you know, ham sandwich every day and fucking, you know, like the robots, zombie robots, basically, which, I mean, the fucking world is full of them, clearly. So I feel like once, it's like somebody wants to break out of that, right? They want to break out of that. They want something new. And obviously it could be that, like, it's not, my nose is all itchy. Like, maybe you have, or they have, or something like that. You found like your, you know, your other half, your counterpart or something like that. Like, you're the person that's most like you, right? And there could have been like a small little like possession there with your person or with somebody that's around you. Might have had like something going on with them. Because I just grabbed my third eye. So, or they just recently opened up their third eye. Because you, like, I swear, if I hadn't opened up my third eye, my sister might not have. Because she didn't really know what that meant. So she might have easily closed it back up again once she opened it. Right? Because I'm pretty sure she opened it with mushrooms. Again, like, sometimes you don't even really know that you open up your third eye. And then everything fucking changes. Like, either psychedelics or a near-death experience, right? Your third eye will open. And it's like, because you've met death, you know, because with psychedelics, you go into other dimensions. So your third eye opens because you physically have seen other things that are there. Okay. And then with near death, you go into other dimensions where you see shit that's not there, which is why your third eye opens, right? Because that's what you're using. And that's how you can remember it. People don't usually know like what their third eye means. They're like, it's all black up there. Yeah, because you might want it to be black. Right? Once you start, it's like a picturing thing. You have to start picturing things in your mind, using it as an exercise. Like, where were you happiest the most? Close your eyes and dream about it. Think about it. That's what activates your third eye. That's where your visions start coming from. Then once you activate your third eye, activate your third ear. But sometimes people have their third ear already active and their third eye is not open. So your third ear is where you actually start to hear yourself. You hear other people around you, but no one's speaking, okay? That's borderline, that's schizophrenia, okay? Which is telepathy, okay? So somebody might be like massively opening up their life, okay? There's the deep jaws. I have a feeling like somebody might be going to a different level. And then there's the fucking possessed card again. So there is definite possession here. Okay, like that's what this illness was, taken over. Like Cujo's taken over by rabies. You were bit by something, taken over, okay? But you were able to fight it off, if that makes sense. Like you were able to not, succumb your soul and your body to everything, whatever it was. Even if you did give a portion of yourself away, you built it back. You came back alive again. Okay. So that's why with the egg, something like my nose is so itchy. With the egg, something is about to hatch. Dinner. Literally, the deck just broke on its own, basically. Boogeyman. Oh, snap. Okay, so, really, I think somebody, like, wants to try to figure out how shit is made now. Okay? Like, when, oh my God, when I activated my third eye, all I did was talk to dead people and go drinking at bars and channel everybody. Okay. Like it was like, I had the greatest time of my life. Long Island Medium had just come out. So she was really helping me, translate with ghosts that were around and stuff. And obviously when you drink, your third ear is like, becomes so active, right? So I would hear all these messages from dead people, and I would go around and I try to find the person who had a message, and I'd be like, I would circle in on them. I always knew who it was. I sit down with them and I'd be like, can I talk to you? And they'd be always like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's about somebody dead. And then right away, what do you have to say? It's so funny because with this gift, it either, people make fun of me and talk shit, or people are so intrigued that my sister, oh my God. If she tells me about a dream or something that happened, she'd be like, can you go get your cards? Can you go, what do your cards say? And it's so funny because I do it with her too. As a psychic, I can't use these gifts very much for myself. So if something happens, I'm like, okay, Courtney, you go get my cards and you tell me what they say. Because I don't know all the time, right? So it's one of those things, we help each other out with messages because we can't always get the messages ourselves, right? Because and so many people have asked me to teach them tarot, teach them how to channel, and I can't because I wasn't taught. I was taught by spirit. I wasn't taught by a person. I obviously watch tarot readings on YouTube on here, right? Obviously, like anybody else. And I'll pick up messages that they, will say about different tarot cards and stuff. And I'll think man, I never saw that message, but I understand why they would say that. But no, nobody taught me how to read this shit. Nobody taught me how to put the cards down and how to read them and what to say. So I can't teach how to intuitively use their gut. You either start to pretty much put it this way, okay? When you really open up the door to spirit, you're going to have the most fucked up messages that come through. And basically spirit tests you and goes, either you start believing what we say or we're not going to speak at all. And you just have to start believing things. And I know it sounds crazy and think to yourself, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Do I actually have to do this? Do I have to battle these people off? Yeah, you most likely do. Because I can tell you that most likely if you've got a lot of people around you, okay, especially as friends, I bet you 90% of those people are full of shit. And that's just statistic-wise. That's just people in families, people with full-time jobs, people who rot inside, people who never get help, right? People who deem themselves unworthy and drink all the time. That's just statistics. That's not even me trying to be an asshole. That's just me literally saying that most of the people that you think are highly medicated or drunk all the time, or having affairs, because their lives that seem perfect are not at all. Very opposite, actually. So maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're activating your feelings, right? Where you're I want to feel things. I want to speak. I want to, if I hear something, I want to actually know if it's true, right? When you hear things, it's that's what I was doing. I was hearing things from spirit and I just started speaking to people and the reaction was incredible. You have no idea. There was this one time when I was living in Tofino out in BC, and I swear I only went there to meet people. That's all I did. And I talked to this person who was transitioning or wanting to transition from a woman into a man. And I have this Kurt Cobain tattoo right there. And I don't know why I got it, but anyways, she saw it while wearing a Nirvana shirt, just walked into the backyard where I was staying at this apartment working. And, she saw I don't know what it was, saw my tattoo and started talking to me about Kurt, and her girlfriend, his girl, I don't know, was like, do you read tarot? And I said, actually, yeah, I do. And it was just when I was starting to read tarot. And I did this reading for this person, okay, who was transitioning. And it was like 2 days after that, I left Tofino. I packed up my shit, my entire apartment, and fucking left. And I swore it was to have that conversation. She was so bipolar and she didn't understand. I don't know, maybe she stayed a girl. I don't know. She couldn't understand what was wrong with her, because people usually don't want to listen to you. They want to medicate you. They want you to shut up. They don't want you to figure it out. They don't want you to know what really happened. They want you to be quiet, mask it like everybody else does. Act like you're happy and just fake it till you make it, right? And when you open up your third eye, you can't do that anymore. You can't fake it till you make it. You can't act like you're happy because you're not. That will surface, and you will start to notice how angry you are around certain people because your soul is angry. They don't want you around those people. Those aren't good people. Those are people that feed the devil. When you're trying to feed your soul, what do you say to your soul when you're hanging out with a bunch of demons? Literally, because these people are so addicted to negative energies that they allow them to latch onto them and they feed them as they destroy collective. Okay, so whoever this is, it's like, yeah. Oof. Honestly, if you think you're infertile, by the way, you are not. You need to be careful with your shit, okay? You need to be careful with your eggs, okay? Your sperm. You need to be careful, okay? Because there might be some lies out there that you think that you're just like everybody else and all this shit. No. Okay, you're still very much Adam and Eve, you know what I mean? Okay, you're still very much active, so you need to watch yourself, okay? Especially if you are like battling your twin flame right now, battling somebody that you know that you really want to be around, but you're torturing yourself so you won't be around them, so you start trying to be with other people. Don't act like you can't knock somebody up because you can, okay? And there's this other thing where it's like somebody feels like they have to be controlled as if you can't be on your own, and it's a lie. Like, there is nothing that has to control you, even if it's weed, nothing. You have your vessel down pat, okay? You are going in a very good direction, okay? If you're starting to feel things, if you're activating things, then that's you coming alive, okay? They're going to trap you and say that you don't need to feel these things, you don't need to be around people, and it's all a lie. It's all a lie. Okay? I think somebody's in for a bigger awakening than they think. They're about to go after something that is stronger, more intense, and scarier than they think. But it's exactly where they're leveling up to. Like, once they get Jaws, it's like, do you think they're just going to go fishing again for, like, some fucking perch? Yeah, okay. No. Now you made it up to the big leagues, bitch. Okay? Now we're going swordfish. What are they called? Swordfish? Swordfish, right? Yeah. Sword boat fishing. Whatever. You know what I mean, okay? There's none of these little fucking bass and perch anymore, all right? Big leagues now, bitches. Okay, so if you found your fucking twin flame, or if you found somebody that makes you want to be a better person, somebody that stands up for themselves, okay? Somebody that does something. Yeah, it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary as fuck. But if you don't go for it, think of how disappointed you're going to be, because you're supposed to level up here. Whatever the level up is, it's because you're not like everybody that's around you. Okay? And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. That's an A&W root beer float. There's something in it that I just can't. I don't know what's in it. I feel like it could be perfume, but like it's good. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, if you get one, your taste buds might be a little off. Okay, I can't do this if I don't have a book. Yes. Okay, I'm going to do a ruin reading. And then that might be it. 40, 36. The X, the I, and the B. Okay, the B is Berkana, Birch Goddess, growth, beginnings, renewal, birth, rebirth, spring, fertility. That's what I'm talking about. This fertility thing. Be careful, okay, with your dicks and with your vaginas, okay? Let's be real, all right? It's not like you can't have one without the other. Because you can't. Okay, here we go. I is ice, frozen, concentrate, blocks, standstill. Sometimes when I get birth and ice, I think about freezing your sperm, like freezing your eggs, because maybe you're not ready right now, but, you know, maybe you're like a Celine Renee kind of thing, and like there's a huge age gap where you're getting old, and you think, well, you know, I'm 60 years old. Maybe I kind of want to be a pedophile and hook up with a 20-year-old, you know, make her pregnant one day. Well, you might want to freeze your shit. And if you do want to hook up with a 20-year-old and you're 60, please get the fuck off my channel, because that's disgusting. Okay. Gift. The X is a gift. It's the letter G. Gabo. Okay. Sharing, hospitality, blessings, exchange of oaths, generosity, and personal relationships. Okay, so now I feel like there might be some type of renewal with a relationship in your life that was once frozen in time. So, also moving in, there could be somebody that you froze, you blocked, you don't want around anymore. I just heard restraining order. You could have even got a restraining order against them. There seems to be a new beginning happening, like spring, you know, like there's something is seriously fertile. Okay, seriously. Yeah, let's do the Godfather. All about family here. Mia familia. Tell me what is going on. A burden. 10 of Wands. Leaving a situation behind and moving on. Seven of Cups. Then not knowing where the fuck to go. That makes sense. Anxiety. Yep. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. So somebody definitely froze you out, did something. Okay. And now they're confused about it. Now they're like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I think I know what this is about. Okay. So, scratch that. What I actually take it if you want to. It's your reading. What I feel like is there could have been some type of energy going on and you blocked it. Because technically I put the block, the ice, in between the two ruins. The fresh new beginning and relationship, and the block is right in between it. Okay, which technically I would say is this lie, this Ace of Swords. So there has been a lie that is put in place that stopped you from a relationship. I don't know what the fuck this lie was. Let's see. Let's ask. Let's see if Spirit was saying. What did this person lie about? What did they lie about? What did this actually? Yeah. What did this person lose because of this lie? That could be easier. The Fool, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Fool is in reverse, the Wheel is in limbo, and the Moon is in limbo. So somebody lied, and you lost a new beginning. That's what I mean. Like, you lost a relationship because somebody lied. So, and whatever the relationship is, work relationship, love relationship, friendship, something like that, somebody lied. And you lost this relationship instantly. And it might be a situation where it's like, you thought you did something wrong. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, did I say something that I, accidentally, like, there's departure. Like, what made you leave? Okay? Something made somebody leave. And it just left you behind. Just stopped talking to you. Just ghosted you. The world in reverse. But it wasn't ever complete, like you were like, this doesn't seem right. I don't know, maybe you keep going back to this person over and over and over. Look at the Star and the Ace of Cups. Are you kidding? You keep getting guided back to them over and over and over again. Like, maybe you are going to have a baby with somebody, okay? And this, whatever this baby is the most, like, because now I'm looking at the bee, okay, is going to be like the most precious baby in the entire world. Because now I'm getting that freaking movie with that lady. Oh my God. She has her sister has a baby. And this baby is like a star child. I'm trying to think if I can think of one fucking actor in the goddamn movie. And I can see them all. Like, who's that lady? She's this, like, blonde-haired lady. Anyways, I don't know. The fucking kid's name is like Chloe or something like that. Yeah, Chloe. Everybody wants this kid. Money coming. There it is, stalemate. I told you, that's the ice card. Wow. And then the rest card. Queen of Swords in reverse. This is the bitch who lied and ended your relationship. There's another 8 with the sun, but it's resurrecting. 10. Oh my God, you got to see this. No fucking way. 10 of Cups, the Lovers, the King of Swords. You ever heard of that movie, Serendipity? Back in the day, fucking Kuzak's in it. And it's like these two people meet and they couldn't stay away from each other if they tried. Like, they're just one slip away from each other, but they're always right there, So if somebody whatever this ice is, if somebody is doing some type of freezer spell on you, okay, some type of hex on you or something like that, okay, you just went into the shadows, okay, because whoever they blocked from you, it was like, it didn't make sense. So you didn't really go anywhere. So you just kind of hid. I feel like you hermited. Okay. And that was probably the best thing you could have done. Was just to go and hide. There are 3 10s here. So 10, 10, 10. Like, it's like you knew what you were doing. Like, knowing that it was off, like the slushy. There's something off in there, but it's still good, right? I'll still drink it, even though I think something's not right with it. Okay? It's like this. Your body's calling you to do all these things, And it doesn't seem like, why am I doing this at this time? It's because you were supposed to run into this person, like every time. It was supposed, because they were just there. Okay. Or, you left, like you got the hankering to go somewhere, and then you got delayed because the energy that this person wanted to constantly delay. So if you, all of a sudden decided, like, okay, out of the blue, I want a sub. Okay, you go to your favorite sub spot, but on your way, as you get there, okay, the person who's blocking you, okay, that's where the spell activates, and now suddenly your landlord sees you go outside and sits there and talks to you for 10 minutes. Okay, somebody holds your time up somewhere, the light on the corner doesn't change, okay, or a funeral goes through, or the fucking train of the city goes through, okay, and then you get there 5 minutes and this person's already gone. Okay, it's been shit like that for probably a long time. And that's where it goes, like, spirit, I mean, this person's magic might be pretty good magic. I mean, it was enough to have somebody be able to fuck around with it all the time. Not even really necessarily them. They had third parties doing their dirty work all the time. Now, because you're still following those instincts, and you still might be thinking about this person and knowing that you're in their neighborhood and knowing that they're around, and it might just work, right? Because I couldn't stop looking at this. Okay. For some reason, I did this card. I did these cards the other day. Oh, look what's right behind it. Even better. There is the clock card with the open window. Okay. Now, a while ago, maybe, I don't know, a month ago, I did this reading where I had this feeling that this tiny window of opportunity was open. Or if it wasn't open, then it was about to open. And because this witch, okay, just negative energy, was going to be down. And what the message was she was actually off, like, vacationing with her kid or something like that. Okay, so they weren't concentrating on the block. They were concentrating on, summer woohoo with, like, their kids, because they have, like, kids, okay, which was, like, fucked up about it. Like, what are you doing black magic for with children around? Okay, so I felt this urge that, like, there was going to be a window of opportunity because whoever this witch is distracted. They're in their life, so they're not pointing all their energy onto you. Okay, which then opens up the path for the lovers to find each other again, because they keep missing each other, which is obviously why the Wheel of Fortune's here in limbo, and the wheel is here, but in reverse. So it just keeps going around and around and around and around. Every time you're supposed to line up with this person, okay, this energy deflects you. Okay, so you lose the path that you're supposed to be on. That's fuckery. That's big fuckery. That's why I feel like this open window, it actually means something. Where these people, like, they think that they can do all this magic and all this shit, and, like, no one's ever going to touch them, and karma is fine, and they're allowed to do it, and they're doing, the world, everybody, they're doing them all a favor, and they do this magic with that sense of, entitlement, and spirit starts to connect the dots as to why energy isn't moving. And these people that do this, we can't stop people from doing black magic, but what we can do is tell you when they're distracted and not paying attention, and then that's when you can get out of it. It's like getting away from somebody who kidnaps you. Because think about what they do. Voodoo dolls. They bind people up. They do shit to photographs. They fucking burn. Like, they do so many things, and you're like, what is the difference at this point? I don't really know, right? So, I mean, just be careful of, like, always remember what goes around comes around, and, like, whatever somebody's doing, I mean, that's why it's like, protect yourself, protect your energy, and just know that it kind of seems like there's been somebody that has been derailed from you, and that has caused, I just heard a riffraff. I don't hear that word very often, so thanks, Spirit. Of it's like a ripple effect, right? Because We're supposed to be with people for a reason. We're supposed to get certain jobs for a reason because we have to cross paths with other people. It's called mission. People are fucked, don't understand what they're doing. They will try to derail collective, thus fucking up their mission and throwing all these other people off that have nothing to do with their personal wrath towards somebody. Personal wrath, the last I heard, does not give anybody permission to throw somebody's mission off. Because that's the thing is when you notice when you get with somebody, when you're dating somebody, you'll hang out with different people. When you get a new job, what do? Hang out with new people, right? If they keep you in the same job, you don't reach new people. They keep you in the same relationship. How do you reach new people, right? So there's something that's supposed to change in your life where you connect with new people. And that's why relationships end sometimes if the other person isn't willing to evolve so then your mission can continue. Hence, sometimes you gotta up and move. Sometimes you have to take new jobs out of town, out of city, right? So then you can meet other people. Your spouse begins to be too weak for that mission and now can't handle you being away from the house, can't handle you not being around, fucks up your mission. You can't meet with these people. And then, you slowly start to hate yourself. And then, you get addicted to shit and you start drinking and you start fucking around and, there goes your fucking life. And that people can throw their missions down the drain pretty quickly just by having somebody control them. It's dumb. Okay? So be careful out there. Spirit wants you to be careful because it's a shitty fucking place. But it's also beautiful as fuck. So that's the thing. Find your beauty where you can. And that's it. I'm going to head. I'm super, super hot. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a great day. 5646. I like that time. And message me if you need any personal readings. If not, have a good one. Good night. Keep safe and cool. Word to your mothers.